Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today.
Top of the morning, traders. How are we? How was your weekend? I hope you didn't do anything that I wouldn't do. Today, what is today? It's Monday. It's the 29th of August. Where does the time go? Yes, 29th of August, guys. And as always, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades, look at not yesterday's, Friday's trades. We'll look at today's potential trades and the important news for today as well. Before we start, guys, let me show you this thing above my head, guys. The thing above my head is reminding you that every Wednesday we have a live session. Okay, so it's a great opportunity for you to come on, ask as many questions as you like about trading, maybe particular pairs that you're actually in at the moment. And you can also come on and join us and talk to us face to face. So join us Wednesday. Right, so as I said, guys, we're going to start with a recap. So let's look at Friday's trades to start with. So let me just move this up here. So we had two trades from Friday, guys. And the first one was this. This was the Aussie dollar against the US dollar. All right, and we were just looking to buy this pair. So price was in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. But when this high was broken, okay, it then become an uptrend. And as you can see, our favorite pattern, what was once resistance, come down and become support. Okay, so it was in an uptrend, and then it come down and tested this support zone again, and we had this bullish candle form. Okay, if you remember me telling you guys, I was slightly paranoid about a head and shoulders pattern. Let me just quickly explain that. So what I was slightly worried about, guys, is this is a head and shoulders pattern. So you've got shoulder, head, shoulder. Okay, and the idea is it comes down, back down here. Okay, so I was aware of that. All right, so that's why my target was conservative. I just wanted to get to this 7,000 level, okay, this big psychological level, and that's what it did, as you can see. But let's look at the H1 to see if we actually had a trade, guys, and we did. Yeah, on this one we did, guys. So we only had the one grey zone. Remember, if I said if it broke this grey zone, I'm not interested, but we had an opportunity. So again, guys, I don't start trading until the Europe and the UK open. All right, so around here. All right, so I actually got in on this candle here. Okay, so we've had, yeah, we're in our grey zone. We've had sort of a couple of dojis, and then we have a very bullish green candle with no top wick. All right, so I actually entered, got a slight retrace. Yeah, I entered literally where our grey zone starts. I put my stop below, yeah, the swing lows, also here, but also here. All right, and then I took price back up to this H1 high here. Okay, this is the last H1 high, so I closed 80% of my trade at this level. I made a little bit more than a risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, happy days, we are in profit. And then I let the following 20% run up to our, you know, conservative blue line, but thank God it was conservative. Look at the reaction. All right, and then I closed the remaining 20% at this blue line, our higher time frame target. All right, guys, so yeah, this was a good trade. Yeah, I hope you took this trade as well. If you do trade, you know, maybe, you know, the sort of Australian, China, Japan open, then perhaps you could have got in on this candle. Okay, yeah, but I'm not even looking at the market at this point, but that would have been a reasonable candle. We stopped below here and took it back up to this blue line. Okay, guys, but yeah, look, great setup. Trade went like clockwork, hit our target pretty quickly. Happy days. Yeah, made profit. The next one, guys, was this. This was the pound against the Aussie dollar. So if you remember, we were seeing a bit of Aussie dollar strength. And we were shorting this pair. Yeah, quite simply, it's in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And then it came down, breaking this low. And we had a very bearish candle form. Okay, so for all of those reasons, you could argue it was a little bit oversold, but for all of those reasons, we were trying to take price back down to our blue line here. Okay, again, it was quite a conservative target, just the next psychological level. Okay, so that was the idea. Remember, the day chart is why. Why am I longing? Why am I shorting? Okay, so that was the why. And then we look at our H1 chart, guys, to see, you know, our criteria, our entry. So, again, guys, this is one of those where I wish I had got in, but by the time I'm entering the market, guys, is around here. Okay, yeah, around 7, 8 o'clock. And there's no trade there. Yeah, just simply no trade. Especially once you see this reaction at this last low here. Okay, so for me, there's just no trade. But again, for some of you guys that trade, you know, in the Australian, Tokyo, Chinese market, and you're awake, then maybe you could have took this candle, guys. Yeah, that would have been a good entry candle. Enter here, put your stop here, take it back down to the last H1 low. Close 80%, but then your 20% would have got knocked out with this upward momentum here. All right, but you would have made profit, okay? But for me, guys, no trade. Yeah, I didn't start looking at the market until here. So, yeah, there was no candle that said to me, get into this pair. All right, guys, so yeah, good trade on Aussie dollar, US dollar. Hope you took it. And for me, no trade on pound Aussie dollar. But let me know how you trade it, guys. Please leave a comment below the vid. Right, that's it. So that was the recap, guys. Let's look at today's potential trades now. So guys, another profitable day on Friday. Yeah, we had a good trade on both Aussie dollar, US dollar, and perhaps some of you had a good trade on pound against the US dollar. So profitable day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the recap. If you did, then please smash that like button and then also smash the subscribe button. Come join us at Simply Forex. Right, guys, before I start today, thing above my head, I just want to remind you of the live trading session we got on Wednesday. It's a great opportunity for you to come on, ask me as many questions as you like about trading, not my personal life. And yeah, it'll be a great time for us to all get together and discuss trading. You could also come on, guys, and actually have a face-to-face chat with me if you wish. If you do, then please email us and we'll be happy to arrange that for you. Okay, so trade ideas for Monday the 29th of August. We got 2 trade ideas. But before I show you the trade ideas, I just wanted to show you this, guys, on the Aussie dollar, Canadian dollar. I remember we were discussing it on Friday. So, yeah, if we were just looking at this pair and we were just trading trend. Okay, so trend is clearly in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. It didn't break these lows, so the uptrend is still intact. And then we had this super bullish candle form on the Thursday of last week. So, you know, everything would be telling you to take price back up to this high. Yeah? Yeah, that would be a normal trade. That'd be a good trade, arguably. All right, guys. But because of the chart pattern that I saw forming, and this chart pattern is called a head and shoulders. Okay, so this is the shoulder, this is the head, this is the shoulder. Okay, and then the idea is that it comes back down. Whatever this length is here, it comes back down that amount as well. So this is the shoulder, this is the head, not easy to draw with a mouse pen, and that's the other shoulder. So I was seeing this pattern, guys, so I stayed out of this pair for that reason. I also told you this could happen on Friday. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see if this head and shoulders follows through, yeah, and price comes back down, and the pattern, you know, is intact. So keep an eye out for that, guys. But that is not a trade idea. The first trade idea is this. This is the Aussie dollar against the Swiss franc, and we are looking to short this pair. So you can clearly see price has been in a range, and it still is. Yeah, this is the range. It goes, just does this. Okay. All right, guys. Normally, I don't like trading ranges, but because of this large bearish candle from Friday, you know, that happened at the top of this range, then I think we've got a bit of room to move into. Yeah, so for those reasons, I think we can short this pair. It's a ranging market. It's at the top zone. It's reacted strongly with this candle. So I just want to take price from one of our grey zones back down to this blue line, or even the bottom of the range. Okay, so we're shorting this pair. If I look at the weekly chart as well, guys, this just gives us an extra piece of confluence. Remember, your job as a trader is to gather as much confluence as you can to enter a trade. Yeah, if you're planning to short the market, get some confluence. Yeah, get as many reasons as you can to short that pair. All right, so important. But yeah, if you look at the weekly chart, guys, it's in a downtrend. Yeah, it was in a uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, but it's broke these lows. It's been ranging. Okay, so this is even potentially a flag and pennant pattern, but I still expect it to get down to these lows here. All right, guys, so yeah, just weekly structure also gives me a piece of confidence to short this pair. All right, guys, but let's look at H1 now to see where we can get in. Yeah, we've got a couple of grey zones, guys. So price could retrace up to this grey zone, which corresponds with this area here. And then we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We enter the trade. We take price back down to these last H1 lows. We don't know where they are yet, but this 66.50 will be a good psychological level. Close 80% of the trade and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, so that could happen. Or it could retrace all the way up to this grey zone here, which corresponds with these H1 lows. If it does, great, we're getting extra value for money. All right, but again, we want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form, enter the trade, take price back down to these last H1 lows, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run, guys. Okay, so yeah, a couple of ideas. There's also a third option, really. Because of that, let's go back to the daily candle. Look at that daily candle. It doesn't get much more bearish than that. So for that reason, we could potentially, you know, if we get for example, it only retraces to here, and then we get a very strong bearish candlestick pattern, then we could also enter here. Okay, a little bit aggressive, but yeah, because of that daily candle, we can be. All right, guys. So yeah, Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, shorting this market. Okay, the second trade idea is this. This is the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. Okay, and this is pretty much a ranging market as well, guys. Yeah, it's just been, yeah, going up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, excuse me. So yeah, a ranging market, guys. But I've seen a structure change on the day chart. So we did have higher highs, higher lows, but price didn't come back up to this high. Yeah, this tells me that price may want to break down. Okay, and we had this bearish candle form, which broke all of these lows here. Only just, yeah, but it broke all of these lows. This was a range in itself. Just this area was just a range, just ranging, and then bang, we got this bearish candle form on Friday. Okay, yeah, ranging, bang, yeah, bearish candle breaks the lows here, breaks these lows. Okay, so for those reasons, guys, I think we can come from here and take it back down to the bottom of this range. Okay, at this 83.50 psychological level. All right, guys, we're looking to short it for that reason. Again, I looked at the weekly chart for a piece of confluence as well. And this is the range it's in. Yeah, okay, but we've got a very bearish candle, and the next weekly candle remained bearish as well. So I still think we can move down to at least here. Okay. All right, guys, so let's look at H1 now to see our entry. Okay, and yeah, we've got a couple of grey zones, guys. So price could only retrace into this grey zone. Again, because that daily candle is so bearish, it might just react with these last lows here. Okay, if it does, no problem, we'll get in. As long as we see a bearish candlestick pattern form here, okay, it's unlikely we'll be able to get 1:1 for the last H1 low. So you'll have to leave it running, okay, until you get a 1:1. But then when you do, close 80% and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, but remember in here, we still need to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. If that doesn't happen, guys, price could retrace up to this grey zone, which corresponds with these last H1 lows here. And again, we just want to see a bearish candlestick pattern form. We enter the trade. I would take price back down to these last lows, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, so yeah, New Zealand Japanese yen shorting this pair. Okay, guys, so they're the two trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you want to see this daily analysis every single morning, then subscribe to the channel and smash that notification button, guys, okay? And then you'll receive it every morning. Also, don't forget the live, guys. We've got the live sessions on Wednesday. Right, guys, so news for Monday the 29th of August. As you can see, the United Kingdom is having a bank holiday. Okay, so you're going to find the London session's going to be a little light on volume, guys, all right? So be aware of that, okay? And as you can see, guys, it's a pretty light news day. The only piece of news, but this is happening overnight, we've got retail sales coming out of Australia at 2:30 London GMT. So this could move any Aussie dollar pair. But for the rest of the day, guys, as you can see, no other important news for us to worry about. So we are free to trade. Right, guys, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a great trading day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.